Trina here from Scrappy Horses. Today I want to share how I made the envelope that goes with the thank you card for my Digi Tuesday make. First I started by importing this piece, which is from Tags and Frames in the Starfish Sandcastles Winnie collection over at Polkadoodles. And then I also imported an envelope from the Sugar Pops collection, also from Polkadoodles. So now I have the pieces I need so we can get started. The first thing you want to do is size your pieces for your envelope appropriately. I know that my finished card is going to be approximately this size, 4.75 by 3.7. So all I need to do is bring it over, lay it in the base part of my envelope and make sure it's going to fit, and then change the size appropriately. So what I have here so far is this is my card, this is my actual envelope, and this will be the flap of the envelope. So that's what I have so far, just from the piece that I imported. Now I know that on this envelope I want to have some ears on either side, and then I need a bottom on it also. Okay? Now, you might be thinking, well, why don't I just take this, go ahead and attach it, or bring this, flip it upside down and attach it for the back of my envelope. Well, that would work, except for the fact that in Cricut Design Space, the largest piece that you can print and cut is 6.25 by 8.75, and the envelope piece is going to extend down to around 12.5 inches. That's not going to work in print and cut. So I have to do this in two separate pieces and then just manually glue them or tape them together. So let's get started with that. So the first thing I know is I want to put ears on this piece. So this is why we brought this envelope in right here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to attach these little ears to this piece right here. But I'd like for it to be the same color. So that is why I brought in this extra piece. So I can turn this, make it as big as I want. Okay. You know what, while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and make another copy of this, and I'll show you why in a little while. We'll just stick them over here. Now we're going to make this even bigger. We're going to pull our envelope down on top. To move this to the top, we just come up to where it says arrange, and we say move to front, and there it is on the front. Now I need it a little bit bigger because I want this all to be blue, so I just make it bigger right there. Now, I really can't manipulate this envelope until I have removed these score lines. So I can detach those. Here's one set. Detach again. And there's my second set. Okay, just put those over there for a minute. Now all I have to do is select these two pieces, come over here to the right side, and hit slice. Remove this white, and I can go ahead and delete that. Remove this piece, I can go ahead and delete that. And now I have this in the very same color that will match this piece. Okay? So now what I want to do is move this piece to the front. Match up like so. and that gives me ears that are the right width apart from here to here. Now obviously I want them on my envelope and not on the flap. So I'm going to come here, match up. I'm just going to bring this down now so that it fits straight across, like so. Now again, it would be lovely if we could just go ahead and adhere it this way, put our fold line here, 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 and here. But we cannot do that because the Cricut Print and Cut can't accommodate anything that long. Before we flatten these two pieces, we have to get rid of all of this. Again, it would be so nice if we could just keep that on and then score here and we'd have our envelope done. But in Print and Cut, we can't print anything that large. So what we're going to do is bring in a square by coming over to Shapes, clicking the square, bringing the square in, changing the size to cover the blue. You have to take this piece away. Okay, so we're just lining it up right at the bottom of that is what we're doing. And if you like, you can always move. If it's easier for you to line that up, again, you can move that to the front. We can also make it larger if you're having trouble seeing it by hitting this piece and making it larger. And that makes it a little easier to see also. We choose these two pieces. Come back down over here to our panel and it says Slice. Now we can just get rid of all of this. Bring this piece back in, move it back to the front, and set it back in. Now, if you're thinking, well, how do I get it exactly to match up? Simple. Select both pieces, come over to Align. Align is up here at the top, right here. We're going to go ahead and align the bottom, and that will line it up right here exactly. If I want to line it up exactly across this way, then I can say center horizontally, and that will line it up exactly. And now all I have to say is flatten, and it's again down on the right side of your screen here. Flatten, and there's your piece already. So there's the flap, the front of your envelope, and the flaps, the little ears that you're going to fold back. Now you can bring your lines back in. Okay, and we only need one score line here. Take this piece, just go ahead and put it in the back. So arrange, move to the back. Bring our score lines in. I put this one right on top of the red, is where I wanted that fold. These you're going to put in right at the edge of the red. Just like so. This is one time where you can select the entire thing. You can go ahead and add them all at once and say attach. And there are your score lines. And you'll see over here on the right, you'll actually see the score stylus there. All right, so we have the front of this done. Now to make your back, you know that you want it approximately the size of this piece, but not quite as long. So we can just use the size that we already have done, figure out exactly how far you'd like it, and let's go ahead and flip it because I like that rounded edge. That's kind of pretty. Basically do a vertical flip there. Okay, I'm going to move this to the front. Let's see. I want it to come up about this far. Let's say we have it come up about this far. So we're going to cut off that much. Let's bring our square back up. Bump it up here. Okay. Move this away. I'll just make this big. I'm going to slice this. So now I'm done with all of this. I can just delete it, the delete key on your keyboard. And so here we are with this piece, the exact size we need it to go on here. However, we need a way to join this. So how we're going to do that is, you remember that we had a second one of these brought in. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to shapes, pick up a pentagon shape, and I want this to be the same color. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to make this nice and big, fits our pentagon in, and we're just going to slice. And that's over here in this right panel. And there it is. So now we can get rid of this. Again, on my keyboard, I'm just hitting delete, selecting this, delete. And now I want this to go on the bottom of this. Now you've got a couple of choices depending on what kind of flap you like to work with. If you'd like to work with something a little bit more square, you can work with this edge, or you can work with this edge. I'm going to make mine a little pointier, so I'm going to go ahead and flip mine. I'm going to come in and join this edge with this edge, like so. All right. And I'm just going to flatten them together. All right. And now they are together as one piece. Now I need a score line across there. All right, so I'm going to come into my shapes, and right here's a score line. I just choose that score line, and it comes in vertically. So I just come up here to rotate, type a 9 in front of my 0, rotate it 90 degrees. I want to put it right here. Okay, and now that's going to give me a line here to fold this. And what I'm going to do is, well, first let's attach that and I'll show you. So I attach that. Now we're going to go in and flip this piece. And you will go ahead and adhere this on the wrong side. So this will be up on the top now. All right, and there's your envelope. But we can't attach this, obviously, until we've already print and cut it. Because, again, the size will be too much for your print and cut to handle. Okay, so there it is, your envelope that will exactly match your card from the Polkadoodles Winnie Starfish and Sandcastles collection. So with just a few simple, I know it looks like there are a lot of steps, but really it's pretty easy to do. And it's very easy to put together. And it's just so much fun to have a matching envelope for something. So I hope this explained it for you. Any questions, you can leave them for me at my blogspot, scrappyhorses.blogspot.com. And you'll be able to find more information in the information box below this video. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day.